Everyone who loves chocolate, they owe it themselves, come to a place like that and come and feel and touch, and see the process of how chocolate goes from cocoa pod being how it's grown and then how it's processed, how it's fermented, how it's dried. This gives me a renewed appreciation that every gram of chocolate actually is a lot of work. I'm Ning, founder of Chocolate Concierge. Welcome to Dusun Merdeka. This is where our beans go through the post-harvesting process of fermentation and natural sun drying that's sheltered. We take all the beans here to further make into chocolate from bean to bar. So here we are still wrapping pods because we are avoiding pesticide. You can come closer. After this I will harvest. The unwrapped one is this color, so when it changed to orange, it's ripe. I take a lot of inspiration from maybe outside of chocolate. From agriculture, I look up to this Japanese agronomist. He's since passed away, Masanobu Fukuoka. He wrote extensively. He's published 2 books related to natural farming, which is what we are trying to apply here. And I say we've been trying for years, and I still consider it as a pilot project. That's the beans. Fermenting beans, day 3. Also, I wanted to see if the fissures have been created and if the inside has been breached. So if it's breached, it will start to oxidize, so I'm looking for a brown color. It has not breached, it's still purple, meaning that the enzyme has not entered yet. So my expectation of this astringency is that it's closer to the bean than closer to what we taste in the drying rack. There's chocolate. I think fermentation and the post-harvesting process is one of the things that is very exciting, because the more I find out about it, the more I feel that I don't know anything about it. And just wanting to know more and understand the microbial process is very fascinating, and I feel that I'm just starting to dip my feet into it. So excited actually when I see all these beans. When we work with the indigenous community, we put their name, the community's name. So this one is from the Semai community, and this is the chocolate for it. An hour and a half from here. It's not we pick up. Okay. We take only the seeds. Okay. How we work with the orang asli is whenever there's beans, basically we don't turn them down. Even though our usage is not that high, we just take without question. So the pressure is on us to find the application, the market, the volume for it. We never load that responsibility or that risk to our partners. The first impression of Malaysian chocolate is that it's not high quality. There is this mindset that good chocolate has to be imported. So just giving the opportunity to people to understand that we want to give a chance to the cocoa, because only by garnering more confidence can the local cocoa growers sustain their living. Just to say that it's a single origin begs further question as how is an origin defined? It's defined as a category, that it's not being blended. The promise, I believe, of what tasting a single origin brings is that
if you like whatever you are experiencing in terms of the chocolate profile, you can then tie that to either harvest season or a geographical location. So it gives you the ability to connect to the soil, to the ground, to nature, what you're experiencing as a chocolate and where those flavors are coming from, be it through the fermentation, through the various processes, roasting and whatever, to the climate, to the farm management, to the variety that are grown in that area. So there is a way for that link to happen. This action of frothing is something that I developed years ago actually, to find a milk frother that is able to combine two-in-one ability of first melting the chocolate, emulsifying the chocolate, and also to aerate it at the same time. This also born out of the idea that what if you don't have a frother, and you have a stove or a microwave, you can still use this method. You can do this at home without an espresso machine. As long as your milk is hot enough, there's more than one way to heat up the milk. Every gram of chocolate actually is a lot of work. It goes through a long process. It's not just a few days. The fruit takes 5 months, 6 months, the tree takes a year and a half. So if you add all of those times, even from the time of harvesting, fermentation is a week, drying is 3 weeks, it's 1 month. We haven't even started to roast, refine, handpick, nothing. Just the beans, it's already such a long process. That's why every bar of chocolate for me, even if there's a small piece of chocolate, yeah, I understand how much work that goes into it.